evening and welcome to KMTV. I'm Josie Hannett, your top stories tonight. Man charged over rape allegations. Pensioner sent to prison over coach deaths. And the Gills visit children's ward for Christmas. A man's been charged with 5 counts of rape following an incident in Park Wood. Matthias Zura was arrested on Friday following the alleged attack in Wallace Avenue on Monday evening. An alleyway was taped off and officers spent a day examining the scene. The 25-year-old is due to appear at Medway Magistrates Court today via video link. All the charges relate to the same incident against one female victim who is not known to him. Officers are still appealing for anyone with information. An elderly coach driver who killed 3 men and seriously injured a 4th when he ploughed into the back of a car on a hard shoulder was today sent to prison for 7 years. Alan Peters, now 78 and from Gravesend, was in a state of semi-consciousness when he crashed a double-decker full of university cheerleaders into a stationary Audi that had its hazard lights on after stopping on the M1 in Bedfordshire. The men who died were the Audi driver, 59-year-old carer Alan Evans from Islington in London, and backseat passengers 23-year-old roofer and delivery driver Nathan Reeves and 20-year-old delivery driver Tom Aldridge, both from Newport Pagnell. A driver who killed his half-brother in a crash just hours before he was due to be sentenced for dangerous driving has never taken a lesson nor passed a test, a court was told. Jake Pedrick Harvey was under the influence of drugs when his Vauxhall Corsa crashed into trees in Spitfire Way in Manston in April, killing Jimmy Powell. Pedrick Harvey admitted causing Mr Powell's death by driving carelessly while under the influence of cannabis and cocaine. He also admitted driving whilst uninsured and not having a licence. The 22-year-old was sentenced to a total of 5 years and 10 months in prison. A 24-year-old man was attempting to cross a busy carriageway when he was hit by a car, a coroner heard. At the opening of the inquest into the death of Aaron Baker, the court heard how the painter and decorator was hit by the silver Vauxhall Vectra on the Ratcliffe Highway in Hoo on December the 4th. The case has been adjourned until March. According to his mother Alison, Mr Baker, who was born in Sidcup but lived in Rochester, is understood to have been making his way home after being separated from his friends when he was knocked down. And finally, poorly children at Medway Maritime Hospital were in for an early Christmas treat this afternoon with a surprise visit from Gillingham football players. More than 20 of the first team squad gave presents, took pictures and signed autographs for patients on the Dolphin and Penguin wards. Among the players were last season's League One Player of the Year, Bradley Dack, goalkeeper Stuart Nelson and midfielder Josh Wright. They even sang "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" to keep up tradition. Here's some of the players talking at the hospital earlier today.
When you're a footballer, obviously you're a role model, and to some of the kids they look up to you. So yeah, of course it's humbling to come in and see the kids and to see them smile when you come through the door and to get their presents and stuff. It's really nice.
Obviously this time of year it's a time for family and giving, and obviously we're trying to sort of give back. And families, you don't really want to be in here with poorly children, and obviously, if we can put a smile on the children's faces, then that's sort of the main aim, really.
It's never nice to be in hospital any time of year, especially at Christmas and being young children, as you say. And we're just here to try and lift their spirits and try and put a smile on their faces. And albeit some of them are very young, it's still nice to receive some gifts that we've come here to give out, and just to try and make them that little bit happier.
Well, that's it from us this evening. We'll be back again tomorrow with the latest stories from across your county. In the meantime, though, don't forget you can always keep up to date by listening to KMFM or logging on to kentonline.co.uk. Have a great evening. Good night.